Good evening, my wonderful students, and welcome back to the Pillow Professor. I'm so glad you're here tonight, because we're diving into the astonishing world of insects, a realm of hidden beauty, brilliant survival skills, and surprising secrets. Tonight, we'll explore how insects disguise themselves as leaves or twigs, compose the music of summer nights, and embark on epic migrations that span entire continents. We'll peek into the mysteries of metamorphosis, marvel at their dazzling colours and secret senses, and discover how they've inspired art, science, and even human survival. We'll also dive into how insects are adapting to climate change, how they're helping to clean up our world, and how they might become a crucial part of our future, both on our plates and in our technology. So my dear students, if you enjoy our journey, please give this video a gentle like, subscribe to the Pillow Professor, and tap the bell so you never miss another relaxing lecture. And let me know in the comments which insect fact tonight amazed you the most. Now, settle in, get cozy, and let's begin exploring the incredible world of insects. Let's begin by travelling back through the corridors of time, way back, long before humans ever set foot on this planet. The story of insects begins more than 400 million years ago, in the warm, swampy forests of the Devonian period. Picture lush greenery stretching as far as the eye can see, giant ferns, towering trees, and in the shadows of those ancient plants, small creatures crawling, creeping, and fluttering about. These were the ancestors of today's insects. Early insects were wingless, scuttling along the forest floor. Over millions of years, some of them developed wings, becoming the first animals to ever achieve powered flight, a feat that would change the course of life on Earth. Imagine living in a world where dragonflies the size of seagulls zip through the skies. During the Carboniferous period, the atmosphere had more oxygen, allowing insects to grow much larger than they do today. The giant dragonfly, Meganeura for instance, boasted a wingspan of nearly 70 centimetres. It's an almost mythical sight to picture, these enormous insects gliding over ancient forests like silent, delicate helicopters. Now, students, I want you to think of insects not merely as creatures that crawl on the ground or buzz around your ear. Think of them as builders, engineers who design and construct some of the most intricate structures on Earth. Take, for instance, the mighty termite. Though tiny individually, termites work together to build towering mounds that can reach over 30 feet high or 9.1 meters. These mounds are not random piles of dirt, they're complex, climate-controlled buildings. Inside, winding tunnels channel airflow, keeping the temperature and humidity just right, no matter how hot or cold it is outside. It's like having air conditioning long before humans invented it. Or consider the weaver ants, who sew leaves together using silk produced by their larvae, creating hanging nests that sway gently in the breeze. They pull the leaves together with remarkable strength and coordination, forming homes suspended high in the trees. Then there are bees, whose hexagonal honeycombs are an architectural marvel. The shape of the hexagon is perfect because it uses the least amount of wax while storing the maximum amount of honey. A true feat of natural engineering. It's a reminder that insects are not only survivors, but also inventors, shaping the world around them in ways we often overlook. Insects might be tiny, but their communication skills are nothing short of impressive. Let's step into the realm of insect conversation, a world filled with sounds, scents, and even lights. Ants, for example, communicate through chemical signals called pheromones. Imagine an invisible highway of scent trails leading to food or warning of danger. When an ant finds a delicious crumb, it leaves a chemical trail that says, "Follow me." And soon, a steady stream of ants is marching back and forth, carrying bits of food back to their nest. Cicadas sing in the treetops, their voices rising in waves that fill summer nights. Each species has its own unique song, helping males attract females while avoiding confusion with other cicadas. Some insects even flash signals through light. Fireflies or lightning bugs perform glowing dances in the darkness. Their blinking patterns are like Morse code used to find mates. Each species has its own unique rhythm and colour of light, ensuring messages don't get crossed. These methods of communication remind us that beneath the quiet exterior of an insect lies a sophisticated network of interactions and messages. It's a secret world, happening right under our noses, or sometimes buzzing right by our ears. Insects have been silent partners and sometimes formidable foes in human history. Their influence reaches into culture, economy, and even the course of civilizations. Silkworms, for instance, transformed the ancient world. These tiny caterpillars spin fine threads of silk as they build their cocoons. Thousands of years ago in China, people learned to unwind these threads and weave luxurious fabrics, sparking the creation of the Silk Road. This network of trade routes connected east and west, exchanging not only goods but ideas, art and culture, all thanks in part to a humble insect. Honeybees too have played a starring role in human affairs. Beyond honey production, bees have been crucial in pollinating crops, helping humans grow food to feed civilizations. In ancient Egypt, honey was considered the food of the gods, and was used in offerings and even in the mummification process. But insects have also brought hardship. Fleas carried the bacteria responsible for the Black Death, a pandemic that swept through Europe in the 14th century, forever altering the course of history. Locust swarms, consuming crops by the ton, have led to famines in multiple regions over centuries, leaving profound impacts on societies. Insects have woven themselves into human stories, leaving marks both beautiful and tragic on the pages of history. If there's one thing insects excel at, it's survival. Throughout millions of years, they've evolved incredible adaptations to endure every imaginable challenge. Some insects, like the bombardier beetle, have developed chemical defenses so powerful they can shoot boiling, toxic liquid from their abdomen to deter predators. It's as though they carry tiny chemical cannons under their shells. Then there's the water strider, who dances across the surface of ponds without sinking, thanks to delicate legs coated with water-repellent hairs. This simple trick allows them to skate across the water's surface as if they were weightless. And consider the resiliency of cockroaches. These insects have been around for over 300 million years, surviving ice ages, mass extinctions, and the rise and fall of countless creatures. Their ability to adapt to nearly any environment, from tropical forests to urban cities, is legendary. One of the most mesmerizing survival tricks belongs to the orchid mantis, whose body mimics the petals of an orchid flower. Unsuspecting insects approach, seeking nectar, only to find themselves snatched up in a lightning-fast strike. Insects have survived ice ages, meteor impacts, droughts, and the transformation of Earth's continents. Their diversity and resilience are testaments to nature's creativity and adaptability. Let's for a moment consider the insects living right alongside us. Even in the most urban environments, they're there, hidden in plain sight. In your garden, ladybugs patrol the leaves, keeping aphids in check. Spiders may not technically be insects, but they share the same miniature world, spinning delicate webs to catch flies. If you peek under a rock, you might find ants bustling about, moving grains of soil, or carrying mysterious treasures back to their colony. Even inside our homes, tiny moths, fruit flies, and silverfish remind us that insects are ever-present companions in our lives, playing roles in ecosystems, even if we sometimes wish they'd stay outdoors. So many of these creatures work quietly behind the scenes, pollinating flowers, recycling nutrients, and keeping nature's balance intact. we owe them far more credit than they often receive. Insects have evolved some of the most mind-boggling camouflage on Earth. Take the leaf insect, whose entire body is shaped and veined like a leaf, even mimicking spots and patches that look like mold or decay. When it sways gently, it's nearly impossible to distinguish from the real leaves around it. Stick insects, too, are champions of disguise. Their bodies resemble twigs so precisely that even predators can stare straight at them without realizing they're alive. Some can even change color slightly to match the bark or foliage. Then there's the dead leaf mantis, who takes mimicry to an eerie extreme, looking like a dry, crumpled leaf complete with fake veins and blemishes. When it stays still, it might as well be part of the forest floor. This mastery of disguise helps insects avoid any potential predators and sneak up on their own prey. It's a constant dance of illusion in the miniature world beneath our feet. As the sun sets and the world grows quiet, an entire shift of insects takes the stage under the cover of darkness. Moths, for instance, become the main aerial dancers of the night. Some species have delicate, feathery antennae that can detect the faintest whiff of pheromones from miles away, guiding males to females in a silent nocturnal courtship. Crickets and katydids fill the air with gentle music, rubbing wings or legs together to create chirps that tell stories of territory and love. Each species has its own rhythm, creating a nighttime orchestra that can be as calming as waves on the shore. Nocturnal beetles scuttle through leaf litter, searching for food while avoiding predators. Many of them are drawn to the glow of lights, creating those familiar swirling clouds around porch lamps. The night belongs to these creatures, whose secret lives unfold while the rest of the world sleeps. Insects are some of the world's greatest travellers, undertaking migrations that seem almost impossible for their size. The monarch butterfly is perhaps the most famous of all insect migrants. Every autumn, these delicate butterflies set off on an astonishing journey from Canada and the northern United States all the way to central Mexico. Despite weighing less than a paperclip, they can cover thousands of kilometers, navigating by the sun and even sensing Earth's magnetic field. Dragonflies also embark on long-distance journeys, with some species crossing oceans. The globe skimmer dragonfly has been recorded travelling from India across the Indian Ocean to East Africa, a round trip of over 14,000 kilometers. Even tiny aphids migrate, drifting high into the sky on wind currents to colonize new plants. These migrations are driven by the quest for food, breeding grounds, and survival. It's humbling to think of creatures so small accomplishing journeys that span continents. Let's now look into the hidden world of insect senses, which often far surpass our own human abilities. Many insects see ultraviolet light, revealing patterns on flowers invisible to our eyes. Bees, for example, can spot ultraviolet markings that guide them straight to a flower's nectar. Butterflies possess colour vision that extends beyond the human spectrum, allowing them to distinguish shades we can't even imagine. Mosquitoes can detect the carbon dioxide that we exhale from over 30 meters away, allowing them to zero in on potential meals with eerie precision. Some insects, like certain moths, can hear ultrasonic sounds produced by hunting bats, allowing them to dodge any potential predators in mid-air. Insects live in a world rich with signals, colours, smells, vibrations and sounds that we're only beginning to understand. It's a reminder that their reality is as complex and vibrant as our own. Let's enter the romantic side of the insect world, where courtship rituals can be as elaborate as any human dance. Male butterflies often perform aerial displays, swirling around females in colourful loops. Some species even shower females with nuptial gifts, nutrient-rich packages that help fuel the female's egg production. Katydids serenade females with songs that can go on for hours. The louder or more complex the song, the more likely they are to win a mate. Male fireflies blink intricate patterns of light to attract females, each species composing its own glowing love letter in the dark. Praying mantises, however, remind us that love in the insect world can be risky. Females sometimes eat their mates during or after mating, a grim but fascinating strategy to gain extra nutrients for producing eggs. Insects pursue love in ways that are both beautiful and bizarre, proving that passion burns bright even in the smallest of hearts. Insects are among the most vividly coloured creatures on Earth, wearing hues that can astonish the human eye. The jewel beetle gleams with metallic greens, blues and golds, thanks not to pigment but to microscopic structures that reflect light like a prism. These colours can shimmer and shift depending on the angle, creating a rainbow effect. Butterflies like the morphosport wings so intensely blue that they seem almost unreal. Again, it's not pigment but tiny scales on their wings that scatter light into dazzling displays. Warning colours, like the vivid reds, oranges and blacks of certain beetles and butterflies, tell predators that they need to stay away as they are poisonous. This tactic, known as aposematism, helps insects avoid becoming someone's dinner. Colours can also serve for camouflage or as signals during mating. Insects wear their colours as badges of identity, protection and allure, a living palette of nature's creativity. Throughout history, insects have fluttered into human art, symbolism and imagination. Ancient Egyptians carved scarab beetles into jewellery and amulets, believing they symbolised rebirth and the rising sun. Scarabs were considered sacred creatures connected to the gods. In Japanese culture, crickets and cicadas are celebrated in poetry and music, their songs representing the changing seasons and the passage of time. Butterflies appear in countless works of art across cultures, often symbolising transformation, the soul and fleeting beauty. Artists like Albrecht Dürer meticulously sketched insects in the Renaissance, recognising their intricate beauty and anatomical perfection. Even modern design draws inspiration from insects. Think of dragonfly wings inspiring architectural structures, or textiles mimicking the iridescence of beetle shells. Insects are not just biological wonders, they've also been muses for human creativity for centuries. Insects live in a constant dance of hunter and hunted, each adapting to survive in a world full of threats. Praying mantises are fearsome predators, waiting motionless until their prey ventures close, then striking with lightning-fast precision. Their front legs are like barbed traps that snap shut in the blink of an eye. Assassin bugs stalk other insects, injecting them with a paralysing saliva that turns their insides into a liquid meal. It's a gruesome but effective method of hunting. On the other hand, some insects have evolved brilliant escape tactics. Some moths produce ultrasonic clicks to jam bat sonar, making it harder for bats to locate them. Even humble beetles have ingenious defences. Some roll into armoured balls, while others, like the bombardier beetle, unleash chemical blasts hot enough to deter any would-be attacker. It's a high-stakes world where every insect is either predator, prey, or sometimes both. Without insects, our world would quickly become an overwhelming mess. They're nature's cleanup crew, working tirelessly to recycle waste and keep ecosystems balanced. Dung beetles might have an unglamorous job, but their efforts are heroic. They bury animal droppings, which not only cleans up the environment, but enriches the soil and helps plants grow. Carrion beetles find dead animals and break them down, returning nutrients to the earth. Without them, the forest floor would be littered with decay. Even termites, often thought of as pests, play a crucial role in decomposing wood and plant material, helping to renew forests and grasslands. Flies, wasps and other insects also assist in cleaning up decaying matter, ensuring that nothing goes to waste in nature's cycle. They are quiet custodians, ensuring life's constant renewal, a hidden workforce that deserves our gratitude. As we look ahead, insects may play an even bigger role in our lives than ever before. With the world's population growing, scientists are exploring insects as sustainable sources of protein. Crickets, mealworms, and other edible insects require far less water, land, and feed than traditional livestock, offering a possible solution to global food challenges. Insects are also helping us discover new medicines. Compounds found in the venom of wasps and ants are being studied for treatments ranging from pain relief to cancer therapy. Technologies inspired by insects, like micro-robots modelled on flies or bees, are being developed to explore hazardous places, pollinate crops, and even assist in search and rescue missions. Far from mere pests, insects may become vital partners in shaping a sustainable and innovative future. So, students, remember, the tiniest creatures among us may yet hold the keys to solving some of humanity's biggest problems. Have you ever noticed how insects create the soundtrack of the natural world? From dawn until the quiet hours of night, they fill the air with a symphony that's as ancient as time itself. Cicadas are perhaps the loudest musicians, producing sounds that can rival a rock concert in decibels. Their songs resonate through the forests and fields, marking the heat of summer with rhythmic pulses. Crickets play their gentle chirps by rubbing their wings together. Each species has its own unique tempo, creating melodies that become almost hypnotic under the stars. Some katydids create songs that sound like whispers, blending into the rustling leaves and gentle breezes. Even tiny mosquitoes hum their own subtle tunes as they fly, their wings beating so rapidly that they produce a faint, high-pitched whine. Throughout history, composers and poets have drawn inspiration from insect music, weaving their sounds into classical compositions and literature. The next time you listen to the soft background hum of an evening garden, remember that you're hearing a concert performed by millions of tiny artists. One of the most breathtaking mysteries in the insect world is metamorphosis, the transformation from one life stage to another that seems almost magical. Consider the humble caterpillar. It spends its early days munching leaves, growing bigger with every bite. But one day, it spins itself into a chrysalis, sealing itself off from the world. Inside, its body breaks down into a liquid soup of cells, and from that chaos, a butterfly emerges, completely different in form, colour, and purpose. Dragonflies also undergo dramatic changes, starting life underwater as nymphs, breathing through gills and hunting small aquatic creatures. Then one day, they climb from the water, split their skin, and unfurl delicate wings, becoming masters of the sky. Even beetles, flies, and bees transform through complete metamorphosis, each stage designed for specific tasks: feeding, growing, or reproducing. Metamorphosis is nature's incredible way of packing multiple creatures into one. It's a reminder that profound change, even when unseen, can lead to unimaginable beauty. Now, let's wander into the realm of insect intelligence, a topic that might surprise you, my curious students. Ants, for instance, build intricate colonies and solve complex problems together. Researchers have tested them in mazes and found that ant colonies can collectively find the shortest route to food sources, acting almost like a living computer. Honeybees perform the waggle dance, a sophisticated method of sharing information about where to find nectar. The dance conveys both distance and direction, a kind of GPS in the insect world. Some wasps can recognize individual faces of their fellow wasps, remembering who's a friend or rival. It's a level of social memory previously thought reserved for mammals and birds. Even tiny fruit flies have shown signs of decision-making and learning, able to remember and avoid bad experiences. While their brains are minuscule, insects exhibit a stunning array of behaviors suggesting that intelligence comes in many forms, even in the smallest packages. Our planet's changing climate is having a profound impact on insects, with consequences that ripple through entire ecosystems. Some insects, like certain butterflies, are shifting their ranges further north or higher up mountains as temperatures rise, seeking cooler habitats. Warmer winters are allowing pests like bark beetles to thrive unchecked, leading to devastating damage in forests across North America and Europe. Pollinators such as bees and hoverflies face new challenges as blooming times for flowers change unpredictably, sometimes leaving them without enough food. At the same time, invasive insect species are spreading into new regions, disrupting local wildlife and agriculture. Mosquitoes, for example, are moving into areas once too cool for them, raising new concerns about diseases like malaria and dengue fever. Understanding how insects respond to climate change is crucial because they're woven into the web of life. Their health affects plants, animals, and ultimately, us. It's a stark reminder that even the smallest creatures reflect the health of our shared planet. As we come toward the gentle close of our journey tonight, let's slow down and appreciate the pure beauty of insects seen up close. Under a magnifying glass or microscope, insects reveal worlds of colour, texture, and structure that few ever notice. A dragonfly's wing, so delicate and transparent, is a lacework of veins shimmering like stained glass. Beetles sport smooth shells with metallic sheens that shift like liquid rainbows in the light. Butterfly scales resemble tiny overlapping tiles, creating brilliant mosaics of colour that can rival any gemstone. Even the eyes of insects are marvels of design, covered in hundreds or thousands of tiny lenses called facets. These compound eyes let insects see a mosaic view of the world, helping them detect movement and colour with astonishing speed. There's wonder in every antenna, every jointed leg, every tiny hair that senses the world. Insects remind us that beauty exists even in places we rarely look, and that the smallest creatures hold endless marvels for those willing to peer a little closer. And so, my wonderful students, we've reached the end of our journey tonight through the remarkable world of insects. We've wandered among ancient giants from Earth's distant past, admired insect architects and builders, and uncovered secret languages spoken through scent, sound, and flashes of light. We've explored dazzling colours, daring migrations, hidden intelligence, and the delicate music that fills the night air. Together we've learned how insects inspire art, shape human history, clean up our world, and may even help us solve some of the greatest challenges of the future. These tiny creatures remind us that wonder and mystery are everywhere, even in the smallest corners of our world. They teach us resilience, creativity, and the beauty of transformation. Thank you for joining me tonight, my brilliant students. If you enjoyed this lecture, please give the video a gentle like, subscribe to the Pillow Professor, and tap the bell so you'll always know when our next journey begins. And do leave me a comment sharing which insect fact enchanted you most. Until next time, may your dreams be gentle, your curiosity endless, and may you always remember that even the smallest creatures have stories worth telling. Good night, my dear students.